A new and effective drug for treating Alzheimer's has been rejected for widespread use in the NHS in England. The National Institute for Health and Care Excellence has ruled that Donanemab doesn't currently demonstrate value for the NHS. Alzheimer's Research UK has described the announcement as a frustrating setback. Let's speak now to our science correspondent, Thomas Moore. Thomas, I did practice that a number of times in the break, but knew I'd butcher it when it came up. Talk us through all of the significance.
Yeah, I mean, it will be disappointing for patients. So on one hand, you've got the medicines safety regulator saying that this is a drug that is safe enough to be used and effective enough to be used, but NICE, which regulates which drugs can be used on the NHS, says it's just not value for money, that the benefits don't justify the cost. And that is a big problem because it means that the 70,000 people who would have been eligible for treatment now only have the option of paying privately. And in the States, that's £25,000 a year, plus the cost of the scans that are needed to monitor the impact of the drug on the brain. So a big blow for patients and their families.
In terms of what happens next, I mean, again, we touched on this last time. Is it possible that these decisions get reversed, that the price just comes down organically in the future such that it does get used widely in maybe not months to come, but years to come?
Well, certainly that is what has happened in the past with, for example, some multiple sclerosis drugs, that there is a deal done between the draft and the final guidelines. But on this instance, it would seem that it's more complicated than that because this drug does have quite punchy side effects. Around a third of people would have brain swelling and brain bleeds, and that does mean that they need to be regularly monitored with MRI brain scans. Now, the NHS doesn't have enough MRI scanners already, let alone having to monitor 70,000 people on a regular basis. So on that grounds, I think because of the staffing and the resources and the machines, this just won't happen. So sadly, patients won't get access on this, I think, and it will really be down to future drugs. There are around 20 still in final stage trials. Could they be even more effective and safer and cheap enough for the NHS to prescribe?